licensing.
Quick stat, yeah?
Bye.
Black UK spending power. Guess how much it is?
Billion.
Billions.
Let's guess. Put a number on it.
1 billion.
2 billion, 1 billion, yeah?
Mm.
300 billion. 300 billion apparently is the black UK spending power. And we spend 95% of that with other communities. Shocking.
However,
Shocking.
however, right? Now, I would like to say, I believe with spending money with black people. I do. But there are certain customer service requirements that I have, yeah, that are not necessarily met when attempting to do so.
So then why don't you not then go to another black company?
I have. And I'm talking specifically when it comes to my food, right?
Okay. Mm-hmm.
I have never gone to buy a Chinese and they tell me sweet and sour chicken ain't available.
Mm-hmm.
I've never gone there and they told me egg fried rice is done.
Mm-hmm.
However, I've never gone there and they're not open when they said they were going to be open.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
However, when I go to my own, that is a stumbling hurdle that I come across quite often.
Mm-hmm.
The food that is on the menu ain't there. I don't even get greeted with a hello a lot of the time.
Mm-hmm.
They say they're meant to open at 10. I'm hungry. I want my breakfast. I've gone for my breakfast. Now they haven't opened till 12. So I feel that we sometimes...
That's just the food industry. That's just the food industry. Remember, 90% is outside.
Okay.
Go on.
I'm not saying... I'm just using that as an example because I'm a food man.
The problem... I'm going to counter you. The problem I have with that is, is that we might go Nando's.
Mm.
Yeah? And probably don't get a top service, yeah? But what we'll do, we'll go to our next Nando's, isn't it?
Mm.
And Nando's is forgiven. Yeah, Nando's is forgiven. Cool, done. We might go Tesco and the security guard follow us around the store. Fuck Tesco, I'll go to the next Tesco. Tesco's forgiven. When these things happen with our own people, why are we not so forgiving?
But the thing is...
Because
I don't sorry, because we have it with our own people. There's not another option to go to another Tesco.
Of course there is.
Okay.
We're just lazy to find them. Of course.
Okay. No, to be honest, okay, if we're gonna go talking food shops in general, yes, we have in our community we have a number of different food outlets for our own people that if we don't like one service from one, we can always go to another. And same within the clothing sector. If you don't like the customer service with that brand, you can go to another brand.
But why not? Why shouldn't that brand be your people them's brand? Because we know about the Benjarts. We know about... No,
and that's what I mean. Like, for instance,
there's more than out there that we know we can get a good service.
And this is not to slap them off or nothing. I see all the time, Trapstar get done for their customer service.
Poor.
You know, and I saw someone write this on Twitter yesterday night that Trapstar's the best clothing brand in the UK from a black community.
Matter of opinion.
Huh?
Matter of opinion.
100%.
Listen, I didn't say this. That's what I saw on Twitter. But their customer service lets them down majorly, and the next best one to them is Benja, and they have next day delivery. How come Trapstar can't do the same thing?
Okay, but this is the thing, because it's about what you focus on and what you deem important.
But customer service is a big factor.
But the point is, okay, they've let us down customer service-wise.
Service-wise, why can't we
say, fuck black brands altogether now, I'm just going to get my khakis and my hat. We will go to a Benja or we'll go to,
yeah, of course.
So what I'm saying is that, cool, you get a bad service, it's going to happen. It's going to happen. But don't write off the people them all together. Just go and find another shop.
But then I think Jem's point is it's a consistent basis because you go to these shops and you get the same.
I've gone to plenty Caribbean shops and the customer service has been great. Plenty.
Oh,
Okay,
I haven't. I'm
Yeah,
big
so
up two.
have I.
I'm big up two in the ends. New Sensation, they're bad, and I Mums. Oof, love.
No, don't get me wrong. We can, but what I'm trying to say to you is, right, is on a whole, our own stuff is quite few and far between. In the ends, yes, we've got 1,000,001 of the little food shops, right? But what I'm trying to say to you is we don't have the scale that others do. You understand? Whereas you could say, rah, you know what? I don't like what happened in Nando's in Tesco Brent Park, so I'm going to go Nando's in Wembley, which is 5 minutes away. Do you understand what I'm saying to you?
Mm.
And then if that one I didn't like, then there's literally one in Kilburn. And you understand what I'm trying to say to you?
Mm-hmm.
There's not always an available alternative to hand.
There is, if you're willing to find it.
What? Okay. Well, then maybe that's what we need to create is a black business directory.
If you're willing to find it, I believe you can.
Nah, there's a
Let's get it's convenience while we go to. But if we were on this thing and we're more, what's the word? More direct and more. I got the word in my head and I can't find it. More purposeful about and where we're going to spend our money. We would find it alternative.
You know what it is? I went and Googled it the other day. My brethren said this to me, yeah, and I'll put my hands up. You're right. We could, if we really, really wanted to, there is always a suitable alternative. I'll put my hands up to that. So I Googled, I was like, black owned, like trainer designer, yeah? And I looked. Everyone I saw, maybe I Googled the wrong thing, was in America.
Mm.
And then I changed it to UK. And I think the only thing that came up was Bugsy Malone. He had these Scorpion trainers or whatever.
Mm.
They're the only ones that came up.
Mm.
What you mean, as in his own trainers, or
Yeah, made by a black designer.
Mm.
I said, forget, all right, if I walk away from Nike and Adidas, let me see what else is out there. Same money, 100, 150 pounds, what is there? I struggled. I genuinely struggled to find something.
Obviously, we're not gonna. It's like what we touched on before. We don't have the infrastructure for anything, but if we can, food shops and all the rest of it, why are we not doing it? Hair products. Why are we going to these Asians to buy our hair products?
Sometimes it's about the price. Sometimes I've spoken to people, a lot of them it's about price.
It is, but they've got that. The only reason they've got that price is because they've got that direct connect. Their cousins probably own the factories or where it's all coming from. They've got that connect to make it cheaper. Black people haven't got that connect because we're not even making the products. But when they are, there's certain companies who make their own products exclusively and sell them. Why are we not supporting them? So that they can get to a point where their prices can get to a certain level. Do you get me?
No, of course. And this is steps that we all need to try and make. Like, sometimes things that come from our own are that bit more expensive, and due to the economical climate that we're in, sometimes it's just a little bit outside of what we can afford.
Mm. But I think it's the thing is it's baby steps. No one's saying to buy their products, every time you need products. No one is saying that. I think it's...
Yeah, but once or twice, why not?
You know what I mean? Like, support the thing. Like, I've personally made a conscious decision where I've said to myself, you know what? Going forward now, if I spend 500, 600 pounds on a pair of Louboutins, I'm going to make sure that I've spent at least double that on the them's things. So if I've saved...
In the course of a year, for example?
Yeah, in the course of a year, for example.
Okay.
I'm going to make sure that I can say to myself, I've spent at least a bag, whether it's on Benja, whether it's on Lakey, whether it's on No Behavior, whatever it is, I could look at myself and say, I've spent a bag on the them's things. Do you know what I'm saying? It's just about that. It's just about fine-tuning.
Of course.
Spending a bit more purposely. So no one's saying just to be like, oh, stop buying your products from packs. No one's saying that. But if you see someone has started a little thing where they're bringing out some heavy, support the team. Try it. You never know. It might work better you're here than the stuff that you're buying.
You're right. And even over this whole quarantine period, what I've noticed is there's a lot of people who are now cooking or baking or like starting up their own little businesses. And I've looked at it and I'm like, all right, cool. Like I've bought food from, like, my brethren started this thing and he said, you know what, I'm starting a little food thing. I was the first order. I said, here, take the money. I was gonna go buy food anyway, so here, take the money.
Yeah.
Pattern up my thing.
Yeah.
And that's literally how it has to start. I agree with you. You have to
£10 you're gonna go spending charcoal grill. You can phone your bedroom and say, yo, or that McDonald's or whatever. You just say, yo,
of course.
Because like, I tell you something, I had McDonald's for the first time the other day, and
I'm not going there. I'm not doing it.
No. We need to support the things more, because even when you think about it, like, just look at a brand like Benja. Yeah, look at how he started just doing t-shirts, and as he's evolving into different things. So you don't know, in 2 years' time, he might be on that level where he's doing trainers now, but he's not gonna get there if the people then
don't support his thing. Yeah, of course.
Gonna get to that.
Because I went to the Merbeck store.
When we went Camden.
Trainers as well,
yeah, they got trainers in there as well. And I was like, oh, actually, I want to grab a pair of these. Like, you know, I think sometimes what happens is, again, with our community, we follow suit. If someone's got lubes, we all want to get lubes. Guilty, done it.
Guilty.
We're guilty of it. Remember that day when the lube store, and I couldn't even go, and I was going to send you money to buy the lube.
You know what? I'm not going to lie to you. I regret that. You see, when I look at my things, I'm like, all right, cool, I've got them, but so what?
You know what it is? So and you know, some people, because you can't. It's not about affording them. It's not about that, because we can all afford them. It's about me knowing that, wait, hold on. My bedroom owns that store there, and he sells crepes too. I'm gonna give it. I'm supporting him.
That's what it is. It's about.
That's what it is as well. Because I remember last year, the beginning of last year, I made a conscious decision and said, I ain't buying no more designer t-shirts. I'm not gonna spend free bills on a fucking t-shirt, fam. No. I'm supporting man them. And if you saw, majority of more of my t-shirts I wear are no behavior. I'd rather give my bedroom money and wear his t-shirt than, you know, going into Selfridges and buying a t-shirt that probably says Armani right there in small print. That's gonna cost me $150.
You know, it's just about reprogramming our minds, because in our head, if you saw a Dior t-shirt for £200 in your head, even if it just said Dior once, it's worth it because it's Dior. Mentally, you're programmed that way. And then when you see your brethren's t-shirt for £50, you're like, but it's only you. So how are you charging? You start to break down their costs. But I know that t-shirt only costs you £10 to produce. So are you? These times Dior probably costs less to produce their t-shirts. But in our mind, we're programmed in such a way, we're not watching Dior's pocket. If we give them two bills, we give them two bills because we don't know. There is no face to Dior. We don't associate with an individual. When we associate these black brands with an individual, it's almost like we begrudge them as a person. You don't want to put the money in their pocket. Hence why, when it comes to raves, a man will see you and bad man, you're like, later, I'm not giving Premps £20. Wait, you're not giving, forget seeing it as Premps £20. You're paying £20 to go and enjoy yourself, the same way you would have spent £20 in West End. We personalize every spending experience when it comes to the black community. That's why we struggle to give the money, because it's like, why am I giving you money? And then say now I paid £20 to get into your rave, and then in a month's time, Premps pulled up in a new car. My brain has now associated my £20 with Premps' new car. And you see, if my car ain't as new as Premps', I'm angry now because wait, so I'm out here driving my little banger, and I gave Premps £20 and he's driving the new thing. Nah, I can't have that. It's a toxic mentality.
Very, very toxic mentality.
It's a toxic, and that's what we do. We personalize spending experiences within the black community. So if the white shop treats us bad, I still got my product. Fuck it, innit? Like I still got my. You go Pax. Pax dealt with you funny, but I still got what I needed.
Yeah.
And cool. But we're a black person, as you said. We're writing off the whole thing. You know what? I've done it. Raw. I keep on trying to order something, and you ain't got my size. Run the whole thing. I'm not ordering from here no more. Yeah. You ain't got my size. Forget it. Forget it.
That's how it is, man. But like
we'll patiently wait for night to get our size, though, innit?
But we'll all put alerts.
It's all good, right? Don't get it twisted. It's all good spending your money on these designers. It's all good. But like I said, I want to be able to look in my wardrobe, and I might have 2 designer t-shirts, but I want to have 20 of the Mandems t-shirts in there just to balance it out, because that's gonna be the balance. I need to have, if I've got 2, I want to have 20. If I've got 1 lubes that cost me £400, like I said, I want to make sure I have a bag overall on the Mandem. Like, that's how we need to. We have to be more tactical with our spending. We need to be more aware of where we're putting our money. We need to be more intentional. I think that's the word I was looking for. We need to be more intentional where we're putting our money. We can't just be giving it off willy-nilly now. We have to be intentional. Like, this is going here because I'm supporting your team. This is going here because I'm supporting your team. That's not to say we're just giving black people money just because they're black. No, it's not saying that. But
supporting our own.
We have to do for our own, and we have to be as lenient with our own as we would do for the non-blacks. We have to be.
Of course.
As the diss us, we're still going Asda next month to buy an Asda. We're not writing them off. We're still going Asda to do our shopping the next month if Asda diss us. If ASOS lose our package and they take long and their customer service is atrocious, we're still shopping on ASOS next month. It's not stopping us. So the same leniency we give to those companies, we have to give to our people as well.
And we need to hold each other accountable. So exactly. if I'm not doing it, man, them should phone me and say, brother, come on.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, come on. I'm back. Like, why did you say, listen, we can think, we're going to do it. We're all going to go. Quarantine's going to be done. And we're going to be like, what? We're going out. And everyone, I'm going to go buy something. What? We need to hold each other accountable to be like, brother, where are you going to go get your things?
Don't need that.
Why?
Don't need that.
You understand?
No behavior, big up no behavior anyway.
No behavior. Trapstar.
And I still be shopping with Trapstar. Always Benja. Who else is out there?
Hold tight Cypher. Cushion.
Bro.
Hold tight that. You know. Hold tight Deep Firm that's coming back. What other clothing lines out there? So, IQ boxing, you know.
We said Marbeck. There's so
Marbeck as well. Yeah, man, we got to big up all these.
Even the ones that we haven't bigged up, that we, bro. Yeah.
Even, you know what? One thing I will say this: females do support other females' clothing companies.
They get their nails done by their brethrens. They'll go and buy shoes off their brethrens. They'll get their hair done by their brethrens. They'll do all of these things.
What's the shop that opened in Wilsden for the females? Wigs by Foster.
Wigs by Foster.
Big up.
That's a very good look. You see
very good look, man.
Like,
we need that. We need to have something to counter these packs and all. We need to.
We definitely, man.
They may be cheaper. Yes, they may be cheaper, but
you
support thing to a point where it gets to a level where they can offer you certain deals, and like people got to pay rent. Remember, these people don't have the luxury of
parents giving them a fund or something like that. They got to start from the bottom.
They don't have that luxury. They don't have it. So they've had to get to a point where they got to pay bills, innit? They have to pay bills. Get to a point where they may not have certain links in the industry where the products they're making, they're making in the cheapest way. So you know what I'm saying? But as they go forward, they will meet people. Then they can, instead of using that factory now, I can use that factory because I can make it cheaper. And then that way,
we're very close-minded. Like, we're not looking at the bigger picture. We're looking at the here and now. And that's the thing, as you said. If we support them now, their growth will be able to happen, and then they'll be able to cater for us in the way that we desire.
Right.
But
we have to support them.
It's you know what it is. Yeah, we need to do better. We need to be held accountable for our actions. We can't keep blaming things that are outside of our community or outside of our control. We need to stake accountability for our individual actions and those closest to us, and try and make something happen.
Quick question, yeah. Like, I think we should kind of wrap it up a little bit in here, but I want us to wrap it up on this thing, yeah. Like, in say like 50 years, tell me 3 or 4 things that you think we should either have in place or more or less it's like almost there in place by then.
A bank. A bank is one thing in this country. I feel like we need someone that can control our money, that has our interests at heart.
Supermarket.
Larger control over media.
More big media players. 100%
Yeah.
control. Like, we want to have a channel like they got BET in America, but that's being controlled by a white man. Do you know what I mean?
So we need some proper owned media, because that's what's important. So money and media are some of the most important things.
I'm going to shout Bill Cosby because that's apparently what he was trying to do, and we all know what happened there. You know?
Exactly. So those are 2 things with me. I can't really think of anything else, to be honest with you. But I think those 2 things, because of the world we live in, media and money are the 2 most important things or most powerful things.
Yeah.
I think we need a bank, as Jamal says, correct. Definitely media. I think we need like our own supermarket, we need like a wholesaler, like a Costco or a Best Way. We need something like that where that's controlled by us. You know, we are in control of the trade that comes in. We need that because
become producers.
If we have something like that, I think that would then probably empower more black mini businesses, like our own Blue Mountain Peak. You know, I think years that's one. And even to be fair, our own car made by a black company.
Cars, yeah.
Because as black people, you don't know, I love cars. So why not have a car company?
Well, Jay, you said what, 50 years?
50 years from now.
You know what it is? I would love to see, I would love to see youth clubs come back, or youth provisions. I would love to see those come back in full effect.
Yeah.
Because those help youth mentors, play schemes, youth clubs, those help shape our childhoods.
I lie, my mentors in school, I big them up, man.
And just to touch on that, since we were touching on that, I'm going to say one of the things, education, school, man, I think we need to infiltrate that institute 100%, because we need to have more control.
We need more black teachers.
What they're teaching our kids. We need much more control. With our own school, or whether we implement something that we get in the curriculum that is better suited to our children. Do you know what I mean? Our own school will probably be the better way to go about it. And I think in years' time, if we're serious, that can happen. But yeah, I'll say school and education is a big one. Big one. I think we need to have.
It is.
Bank as well, and supermarket. Definitely, we need to become producers. We have to. We don't produce anything. We have to become producers. Have to.
We always get pushed into the talent of athlete and musician.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, and even though we've had some great musicians over the years at times, and we've had some great athletes, as in like,
there's no one to look up to, because if our kids are not athletic or musically inclined, they feel like there's nothing else out there for them.
Remember in school you got pushed to that. They always pushed you to go and play football or run track, or you was always like, in school you was selected for it. You're not gonna go do 100 meters relay, or you're not playing on the football team.
But to be fair, genetically, we were just better.
We were the best at it.
To be fair, if I'm faster, innit? Like it is what it is.
Genetically better. But I think it also plays a part. They kind of force us into that field because you can't get to a position where you own anything in them fields, really, unless you start your own business after the fact. But while you're playing football, you've got no danger of becoming on the same level as them or going above them. There's no danger of that happening. In the music industry, there's no danger of that because you're always going to have a label above you. So unless you get into a certain mind frame where, all right, I'm not just going to be a footballer. I want to own a football club. I'm not just going to be a musician. I want to own
I want to
own a label.
You
Yeah.
get what I'm saying?
But the thing is, I feel like these things, if we had our own schools, these things could be cultivated and nurtured within the schools. Because you know, like in America, they've got schools that specialize in American football or track. Like these are specialist athletic schools.
Like you go to school for those purpose scholarships.
Yeah.
You get the scholarships.
Right. Of course, like I knew a couple man, they went to like the Arsenal Academy and all of those things from school and whatnot. But in this country, we don't have like necessarily we don't have a sports focus put in place. So think about it, if you had a black school and you're saying, all right, then cool. Genetically, we are the stronger, faster, whatever. So we're going to nurture. They're going to nurture this.
Mm-hmm. Sorry, don't they have black universities in America though?
Yeah, the HBCUs. They have historically black.
Yeah.
Colleges and universities, but we don't have that here. That's what I'm trying to say. So they're taught their history. They can take specific courses in black history where they learn everything. Whereas here, we're waiting for the information to filter down through the internet.
But then, don't you think maybe it is because here's such a smaller nation? I think they're kind of scared of having these type of schools where we're given too much knowledge.
Yeah, and America, you have to understand, America's so big that having 3 or 4 black colleges or universities is not intimidating to the magnitude of the land.
Yeah.
It is where it is. Plus, a lot of them, I'm not saying we're not, but a lot of them are like direct descendants of slaves, isn't it? So they literally, their great grandmother was a slave. You understand what I'm saying? So they've got that direct lineage to that, and that's where their passion and wanting to learn come from. Because a lot of us are so far removed.
Not even that. The thing is, obviously with them is they've been in America. Like obviously, most of them. If you're African American, because even I think they class themselves as like, if you're African American, you are basically come from. You're probably a slave, innit? And then you've got the Caribbeans and the Africans, and they class themselves differently over there. It's a bit weird, but over here, when you think about it, black people of color have only really been coming here since when? Really, in large numbers since what? Windrush. So we haven't been in the UK that long as a
nation. Yeah.
Well, Windrush was the 70s, right?
You know what I mean? Nah,
60s, no?
Yeah, 60s. So you would say going up till after the war, the Second World War, 40s. That's maybe when people started coming here to fix everything back up, innit? And then obviously the Windrush was when loads of numbers started coming up. So really, we haven't been here that long. So for us to have that mentality that they've got, remember they've got that slave mentality, I think, a bit more than we have, because
it's more direct for them.
More direct.
Because remember, they've got monuments and stuff that remind them daily of what happened.
So they still got the fields and stuff for those.
But they've got
a yard and be like, oh, this was a plantation where my family. They can. It's that deep.
They got Confederate. They still got places where the Confederate flags and statues are up, like normal.
Yeah.
Remember, there's still quite a lot of oppression in the South, still to this very day. People fear racism heavily, direct racism in certain parts of America on a day-to-day basis. Whereas, as you said, here even racism is a little bit more covert. It's hidden. They always do it in a way that they can say, "But I wasn't saying that," or "I didn't mean that." Whereas America, they'll blatantly call you nigger to your face. Like, what? It's nothing. So it's a bit more direct over there. But I do believe if we could get something even as small as a Saturday school in place, in 50 years, that will become a real school. In 50 years' time, that will be a real school, or maybe 2 or 3 real schools.
So important, man.
But it has to start
government funded or privately funded?
No, it can't be government. We don't.
It'll always be private. But there's funding out there. There is funding. You just have to be able to access it. There's a lot of funding. Because remember, the government has money. And private funders have money. You just need to be able to show them that this is beneficial, one, and that it's worth spending the money on through how beneficial it will be. If you can show them this, you can get funding. It may not be as much as others would, but a little bit of something's better than nothing.
They got money, man.
Even if it's in a church, if you go to a church and say, look, on a Saturday morning, if you're not using it, can I come and bring some young people here? And, you know, but it can start somewhere if you really want it to.
I just remembered something, yeah. Sorry, I just remembered something, yeah. And I just want to share it with you. Like, I think you should know it. I was just reading like how much it costs to keep a prisoner for a year. You know how much it costs?
40 bags, ain't it?
40K.
Yeah.
And then I was like, how much is like a average university fee? So I went Cambridge. Guess how much the fee is for the year?
40K?
10K.
So it's cheaper to go to university.
To go and learn than it is to be in prison. Why are they incarcerating us so much? If it costs so much.
No, because it's a business, because they get funding. It's government funding. They get money. But why do you think they give us such...
money, you know, 40K.
They give man such outlandish, like, when they release you and you send probation, there's such random charge that you're easy to get recalled. Because think about it, every time you get released, you're costing them money because they have to let you go.
They need
for you to come back, that's another 40 grand. I remember that's why you got two man in each cell. Yeah. That's 80 grand a cell.
Oh my days, man. Oh, when I read that, I was like,
40K to keep a prisoner in jail.
If they really wanted to solve this crime thing, because crime is linked to like
poverty,
all that stuff. Like, if you really wanted to, they could solve it, bro.
Like, you know, I was looking at prison in like Europe, like countries like Norway and Finland, and very
different ball game,
bro. Very educational systems so when you go to jail, obviously it's a punishment. Punishment is now to learn and educate yourself.
It's about reform. Europe, those countries, and they care about the reform of their prisons. They care. We want you to come here, get better, and go out and never return.
Live your life, bro.
Here, we want you to return. So we're going to do everything in our power to not help you reform. There's people in jail right now that's got mental health issues. They're not bad. They actually just got mental health issues. They're not trying to address this. It's a big storage unit to release you back into the public, hoping with everything in their power that you come back.
Yeah. Britain has the largest prison population in the whole of Western Europe, bro.
So
whole of Western Europe. I even read a fact that even if you take out all the black people that are in prison in the UK, they would still have the largest prison population in Western Europe.
So from your experience, are you saying to me that jail in the country doesn't help anyone reform?
Nope. The only way prison helps you reform is if you're actually just scared shitless of returning. So that's almost like a self-reform. But in regards to the actual prison thing, and we're all venturing off, but in regards to actually prison, there is no reform. Any course you do in prison is about 3 months. Now, there's not really much you can acquire in regards to skills to help you in 3 months, based upon the fact that there may be days where they don't let you go. If your teacher doesn't turn up, you then don't go. You understand what I'm saying? It may or may not be running. They cut funding to certain things. So when you look at it on a whole, there is no prison reform. And let's be fair.
How can you cut funding when you're receiving 40K?
All right. And let's be fair, brother. You cannot teach someone to be free in confinement, right? It's impossible. It's the same as if you got an animal in the zoo and you kept them in the zoo, a lion in the zoo. If you put him back in the wild with everyone else, he will die because he does not know how to function. So when you've kept someone in prison for X amount of time and you release them into the world, they don't know how to function correctly. That's why a lot of people reoffend, because psychologically it's more comfortable in jail. They understand it's a routine. The food is given to them. They become domesticated. Your food is given to you. You're told what time to wake up, what time to go back in your room. You're given so much rules and structure that they don't know how to operate with free will. So
Yeah,
It's built for us to lose.
I know I went a bit left with that, but I just thought, let me share that because I read that this morning. I was like, fuck it, no.
God, it's crazy.
But
It's crazy what we're doing. But yeah, man.
Yeah, man, it's been a good talk. I mean, this is another one that we could go on for hours about.
And I would like to put out there now, before we end this, please. Yes, there is another set of opinions. Yes, we could have covered a whole lot more. We could have spoken in depth more about slavery, more about the marches, more about all the people dying. Yes. But guess what? It is a podcast with our opinions. We have conducted it the way we seem fit. And that's what it is. So before anyone sends us any inbox messages about, oh, but you never said this, and how could you say this? Create your own podcast and say it.
Thank you very much. I endorse that.
Hey, listen, I ain't gonna lie. I'm just gonna put it out there. I don't read their messages, but as soon as I see the first 3 lines, I'm like, yeah, fuck it, I'm not doing this.
But it's constant. Because whenever we come,
the thing is, no. What people have to understand is this: I have an opinion, you have an opinion, Jay has an opinion, and that's why it's a podcast. It's a podcast of opinions. I'm not gonna say everything to fulfill your needs, innit? If I miss out something, or you may feel that I haven't explained something to the greatest point, hit me up and tell me that. But don't come and DM us. Oh, you should have said this or got more in. Nah, listen.
But and you know what it is? It's always people that people always bring up something that they clearly haven't listened clearly because we've said it. They always bring up something and we've said it.
The amount of,
you know, don't get me wrong, man. Like,
because I was getting so many DMs, I was like, nah, this is getting ridiculous now.
Like, don't get me wrong. Like, listen, the love and support is real. We appreciate all, and those that are, you know, that pick up every week to come and, you know, listen to us. And, you know, the DMs we've been getting is, why are we so quiet for the past 2 weeks? We back, but allow crucifying us because we did not fulfill what you wanted us to say.
If you all right, this is what we're gonna do for everyone, yeah. Mm-hmm. When we have big topics, right? When we have big topics, whether it be colorism, whether it be Black Lives Matter, this is what we're gonna do. For all those who feel like they have an opinion, we're gonna do something for you. We're gonna do a live, right? We're gonna put out our opinions. Then we're gonna do a live at some point. So you can come in and voice your opinions if you feel like you need to get it off your chest. Stop sending us messages.
And I'll give you another way you can do it. Instead of DMing us, yeah, we post quite a lot of things on Instagram. We have videos on YouTube. If you really want to help us, comment under the post or leave us a comment on the YouTube because that helps us better than putting
yeah. You know what it is? And you know what? Do you know why I think to do that? Because it opens another discussion on the page.
Right.
You know, it allows everyone else to put their point of view. Because sometimes when I see certain things that are messaged to us, I'm like, had that been underneath the comment, we could have had a nice, big conversation with everybody, other opinions.
Right.
Yeah, because it's education for all of us. Don't get me wrong. There are things that are said to us certain times. I'm like, oh, I didn't even know that. Education is every day. And if you want to educate us, do it openly. So, you know, we're not going to sit there and watch someone crucify you in the comments. No, we're not going to do that. Hell no.
But everyone's opinion is valid. Just don't try and crucify us for our own. You understand? Because remember, this podcast is called Please Don't Cancel Me. And to be quite fair, we're quite politically correct considering the things that we could be saying. Yeah. You understand? So just appreciate that and understand that if we dive into every avenue of every topic, you'll be sitting here watching us for 5 and 6 hours each week, and no one wants to do that.
No one wants to do that.
So it is where it is. But what is this, episode 12?
Yes, episode 12.
Yes.
There we go, episode 12. We've made it. 12 episodes. Yeah? Please Don't Cancel Me podcast.
Spread the thing, and we're talking all this black power to promote the thing. Hey, everyone best go out after you've listened to this. Yeah, I'm talking to you. Go repost it and tag us and tell your brethren to watch it. Drop it in your WhatsApp group chats. Do all of that. Twitter, whatever it might be, promote.
Exactly.
Because everybody
promote the thing. And the same as we say about black businesses, the more you promote us and the more you help us, is the more we can grow.
All right.
And you know, if you help us, we we might return to a studio and come off of Zoom. You never know.
Yeah. Come on, man.
Big up Benja, big up Trapstar, big up No Behavior, big up Leaky. Is it Leaky?
Lakey, big up Cusson,
big up Cusson, big up Wigs by Foster, big up
Marbeck, yep.
Marbeck, big up Nina's Kitchen, big up M&S Kitchen, big up NW Kitchen,
Panache Punch.
Panache Punch, big up who else am I bigging up?
IQ Boxing. We got IQ Boxing.
We got IQ Boxing. Big up Masters of Beard. Big up all the food shops in the ends, all the black-owned food shops.
Happening, everybody. You can't forget nobody now, right?
Yeah, I'm listen. Big up all the.
You know what this is gonna look like? This sounds like the credits on a movie. Like
listen, yeah. Hey, listen. Big up all the black barbershops. Big up all the hairdressers. You know, big up all the black mechanics out there. Yo, big up all the black people doing things.
Anyone black, just say big up anyone. If you're black,
big up. Hey, listen, you know what? Big up my kings and my queens, bruv. Big up all right now, fam. Get me that.
I would like to put a little disclaimer. People, please do not risk your life to go to street parties. Please. Yeah, please. Going across train lines to get to street parties is unsafe. Please. Just saying.
Listen, I'm gonna just put this out there. It weren't me, because I wasn't crossing the train lines, but I was there. I'm not gonna lie, I was there. And you know what? It was nice. Listen, not COVID, but one thing I will say this, not being biased. Northwest 10 for the best street parties.
I can't lie. I looked at it and I thought, Nick, all up in there.
I saw Prems. I said, look at him.
You didn't see me there. No, you didn't see me.
I saw if the C stands for Corona Prems right now. Yeah, you was all in the mix.
Hear what I'm saying? I can't lie. I would not like. Okay, I was COVID. I'm just. Hey, listen. Like I said, Northwest 10 was the best street parties from Happy Days to Husband Day. But I think that one day I went to, that was nice, man. You know, I went and everything. I thought it was New Year's Eve.
I'm with Jay. I stayed in my house, man. Like, all tight, you lot, edit.
Pre-pandemic, I'd have been all over that. I'd have been there.
This pandemic here, I don't trust you people.
But that was a lot of fucking people, though. It looked like a wave. Can't lie. It looked like a fucking wave. Can't lie.
Boy.
But yeah. Episode
Everyone.
12.
Yeah, man.
We're done.
I say when I sneezed in the beginning, it was hay fever, it's not COVID, but yeah. But yo,
boy, until next
12.
week.
It's been a good one. But yeah.
Yeah.
Remember, like, subscribe, follow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Share.
Thanks for tuning in, guys.
All right. Until next week.
Next week.
Yeah, man.
To license it.